And now a Mexico moment with Nate.
Happy Friday, fuckers. It's another Mexico moment with Nate and Alexis. I'm Nate, and this is my wife, Alexis.
Hey guys, happy Friday.
And this is episode number 7.
Woo.
Yeah, and we have a new setup now.
We do. So exciting.
Yeah, so normally you have some type of interface like a mixer board or something where you can plug multiple microphones into it, things like that. We did not have that.
No.
So we were actually just going off 2 laptops. Like Alexis had my old laptop. I'm using the one that I currently use, and we each had our mics plugged into separate laptops, and then we were recording both on each laptop, and then I would have to line up the audio perfectly just so it sounded like we were together. I mean, we were together, but...
We are, but you edit all the audio, and then that's, 2 different audio streams that you have to edit.
Yeah, super annoying, time-consuming... But now we do have a interface. We have a mixer board, thanks to the lovely Miss Nikki D.
Woo!
Yeah, so thank you, Nikki. She actually sent her board back to Georgia from California with Rachel.
Right.
And then our friend Nate, that was coming down to Mexico this past week.
Another Nate.
Yep, he brought it down for us. So
yes,
it was a little bit of a hassle, but thank you to everyone that made this happen because it makes my life so much easier.
Yes, thank you so much to the beautiful, beautiful Nikki D.
Yeah, thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Nikki. We love you.
It has these fun sound effects. I don't know what we're going to do with them. They have one, it's a male. It's like a guy, so it'll make you sound like a guy. Do you want to thank Nikki in a guy voice?
Yeah, sure. Hey, Nikki D, thank you so much. It makes me sound crazy. Wow, you're even deeper. Let's get it on. I'm gonna butter your bread.
So we should have some fun with those.
That's gonna be fun.
But yeah, this past weekend, like we said, our friends were in town and had a great time with them.
Yeah, friends from Atlanta.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, and we did 420 with them. I think we talked about that on Wednesday in the BS podcast with Brandon. We went to Shell Ha, had some fun snorkeling, smoking, eating all the buffets and everything. So
we love Shell Ha. It's unlimited everything, like you're saying, unlimited food, unlimited drinks, even at breakfast, whatever you want. And then you just swim around with the fish all day. You feel like the Little Mermaid.
Yes, or a leaf if you mistake it for a fish.
Oh yeah, that's another story.
And then let's see what else happened. We went to Cozumel. We went to the island.
We did. Had to take him to Cozumel, show him around the island.
And on the way back, somebody got stopped. Again at the security there at the pier. So what happened, Lex?
I think either the drug dogs have it out for me or they just know I'm an awesome dog mom. So maybe that's why they're coming at me.
Yeah. So they've been having the drug dogs at the pier going from Playa del Carmen to Cozumel over to the island and then vice versa on the way back. We saw them on the way there.
We get it. It's just like the airport. It's a port. It's a
and
entry.
we typically don't bring anything. If we do bring something to the island, we might bring like a vape pen, like a THC pen or something.
We know better not to,
to bring some flour. Yeah, because
like
actually the other weekend we were there, my buddy, I can't remember how much he had. He didn't have very much. He just had like a little part. No, he had a couple joints, I think. And when we got over to Cozumel, he was like, "Yep, got stopped." And I was like, "Oh fuck, what happened?" And he said the dog just came right up to him, started hitting him in the pocket. He just feels this like kind of tugging, turns around, and there they are. There's the policia, and
Eek.
Yeah. Then he, I think he had to pay like $50 to get out of it.
Yeah. Can we take care of this now?
That is a nice thing about Mexico, even though the police can be, corrupt here and there. Not all of them, but some of them.
We've met some nice ones.
Yeah. But that is a nice thing that money gets you out of a lot of situations.
Yeah. Or it's just, it's a little bit easier. It's not even like, give me $1,000. It's like, hey, this ticket would probably be $35, $50. Just give it to me now.
Yeah. It's like, how can I take care of this right now?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. So we go to Cozumel, lovely day, coming back. We see they made like the exit a little more narrow than normal. And you see the police officers, the policias there with the dogs and just like normal. And it's like cattle getting out of there, in and out of there. It's so hard. It's like so many people, everybody's in a rush. They want to get, they're on vacation. They get to where they're going. So I'm just walking out like normal, and we see one police officer and had this huge, beautiful lab goes after this girl. She's like booking it out. So we're like, oh, someone's in trouble, something like that. We're like, it's not us. And we knew we were good. So we're like, just walk out. And then the dog kind of like cuts past you, right? It kind of like wrapped around this other lady, and then it came towards you.
Yeah.
And then
I was like, I'm good. I don't got shit on me.
Yeah. Then, so he goes towards you and then cuts right over to me for some reason. And I'm already out of their line of view, or I don't see them anymore in like my peripheral vision. And the dog just like hits me in the back, in the backpack, like right up under my backpack. So I turned around, and police officers there, like, super, super Spanish, wasn't even nothing English, which I don't expect, but I was like, I don't know what you're saying right now, and I'm kind of panicky. And
well, and that's also one of the, I guess you would say, white privilege. It's one of the nice things about being a white person in Mexico is you can play the dumb card and be like, just act like you're a tourist, and just.
But it really was. He was so quiet and.
Oh yeah, no, I know, but we can play that confused. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't understand. Like that's what we did with the butterfly sanctuary when we brought Tiger in. Got busted there.
Played him.
Yeah, like I knew what he was. I could understand him in Spanish saying on the radio about a dog in a backpack. But when he was speaking to us in Spanish, and we were just like shaking our heads and smiling, like I don't know what. Hey, I'm new here. What's going on? I'm just here for a couple days from Albuquerque. How's it going?
Iowa.
Yeah. So we can kind of do that. So that's kind of nice that they just kind of assume,
I'm sure you with your probably, marijuana leaf swim trunks and 420 tank top, that might have, pulled him aside.
No, clearly I am a tourist, because who else would wear that shit anywhere else?
So he hits my bag. Says, I can tell. He's like, come over here, taking me back to the exit of where the ferry port is. And I'm like, no, I do not want to be led somewhere else. I don't want to go. Makes me open my bag, looks through my bag. He keeps pointing to points on my, like, spots on my bag, and the dog keeps jumping up and hitting it. And so he's opening my backpack. I've had this backpack forever. It's gone to Greece. It's been to Egypt. It's here. It's a little gross. So there could have been something on it. He's looking in my little pockets, smelling everything, looks everywhere. And he's like, okay, you're good to go. And he's just smiling at me the whole time. And I just like, I don't know. I don't know what you're looking for. There's nothing. I'm like, there's nothing.
Well, he was looking in that pocket. He literally smelled it. And he said it smells like weed.
I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I smelled it. It smelled like, a beach bag, like mildewy, kind of old, whatever.
I don't think he was saying he smelled it. I think he was smelling it to see if he could smell it. Oh. I think he was saying the dog smelled it, because that was the part that he like popped his nose on.
Yeah. But he was looking in that. It was the front, zipper pocket, which is smaller, but he could see right in there. I'm like, I don't know. There's nothing.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was a little scary, got away with it. So where was it exactly? Because you just had a pen, right?
Yeah, it was in a sneaky pocket.
Oh, you're not even going to tell me.
Nope.
It was in the sneaky pocket.
It's better if you don't know.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. And it was just a tiny little pen, nothing.
Yeah, but we had a good day. We were around the island as usual. Just kind of went to some beach bars and the brewery. What beers did we get? It was the one I did my chug on for last Friday. Yeah. It was it was a sour, right?
Yes. Was it Kusamberry?
Yeah.
Yeah. 5.
Oh, yeah.
We thought it said fire.
Yeah. We thought it said 5 in the hole. It's fire in the hole.
Fire in the hole. That's it.
And I think it's a habanero sour, and it was real spicy.
Yeah. It was like prunes and habanero. Really weird, but we tried it. It was delicious.
Yeah.
They make some really good beers.
So we're at one of the beach bars on the east side of the island where I've talked about it before. It's uninhabited, basically. There's just a couple little beach bars, and they don't take credit card. They don't have running water or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And we started talking to this guy next to us, and I think, was he from Texas, he said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So about our age, and so we're just kind of bullshitting with him, and he was...
meet a lot of people that way.
Yeah, he's a cool story. He works on an oil rig. He's like
different.
A scientist on an oil rig, and he's like, it's great. He was like, I work for 2 weeks straight, but he's like, then I got 2 weeks off, so I can do shit like this. So
great.
He came down here and went scuba diving. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool.
Probably gets paid really good money.
But yeah,
it's gotta be a dangerous job.
Oh, I'm sure. But then he was telling us that he did he go to Atlanta? No, did he live in Atlanta?
I think he lived there or like family or
Oh
something.
no,
like
you know what? I was wearing my Sweetwater Brewing hat.
Yes.
And he's like, Sweetwater, I know them. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, actually, he was living in Colorado. Is it Telluride? Tellerud?
I don't know.
He was working at a bar there, and he meets this guy that had moved out there and bought a house, and just started bullshitting with him about whatever. And come to find out, it's Freddie, who is the one of the original owners of Sweetwater Brewing.
Oh wow!
Yeah, which he's
small world.
Yeah, he's probably like a millionaire now, but because I think they sold off the company to that weed. What's it called? It was some weed company out of Canada, I believe.
Yeah, good for them. We're happy for
Oh
them.
yeah,
That's
totally.
awesome.
But yeah, just fucking small world. I mean, I'm not like personal friends with Freddie. I've hung out with him and talked to him a number of times, but just strange that we
met this dude on an island.
Yeah, we meet a dude on an island from Texas that used to work in Colorado that knew somebody that we knew that owned a brewery in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Just like fucking small world.
That happens a lot to us here. We meet a lot of people from. For some reason, when we go to Cozumel, it's a lot of people from Iowa,
Yeah.
Ohio, Indiana. We meet like a lot of Midwest.
Well,
kinda
even
people.
your friend Stephanie,
Yeah,
she's from Atlanta.
she is from Atlanta, and we were neighbors in Alpharetta for years and didn't even know it. And then now neighbors again.
Yeah.
Didn't even know it.
She lives across the street from us, and we found out in like Alpharetta, Johns Creek area, she lived like a block from us.
Yeah.
For a couple of years when we lived up there.
We were probably shopping at the same Publix.
No
and
idea.
Doing the same puppy walks and things, So now we're neighbors and we can wave to each other from our rooftop pools.
Yeah, so funny. Such a small world.
It really is.
But yeah, and then let's see what else. Oh, we went over the following day. We went back to Cozumel, and we did this thing. So
right.
some of our friends that are in the tourism industry down here, they sell tours and car rentals and stuff like that.
Yeah,
They,
good people to know.
Yeah, oh for sure. She messaged us and said, "Hey, like they're starting this new tour on Cozumel. Do you guys want to come along and experience it? Because they're having all the tour people try it out just so they can talk about it and sell it."
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, if you want to bring your drone and your camera or something, don't mind doing a little video, you can come do this thing for free." And we're like, "Hell yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
So it was, what was it? La Patrona, I think was the name of the business or the company.
Yes.
But it's this little, I guess a ranch, right?
Yeah, it's a ranch.
It's a
ranch/farm.
Yeah, and it's out kind of in the middle of the island, like in the middle of nowhere in the island.
In the jungle.
And
Sweet
it's
space.
like the tour is going to be ATVs and horseback riding and stuff through the jungle, and it was really cool. We got to do it
really cool
for free basically, and they grilled for us afterwards. They made us some like carne asada
Those
tacos.
were amazing.
Oh,
I'm
so
still
good.
dreaming about them.
Yeah, so
It's a
and
good taco.
so we rode the ATV first, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did the ATV first.
Yeah, so fun. I can't remember. Actually, the last time I did ATV was on the beach in Cabo with Nikki D,
Oh, yeah.
for her birthday a couple of years ago.
But this was even cooler. It wasn't like, you see all the ATV tours down here. You're ripping through the jungle and there's mud everywhere. And some of them might be like that, but I feel like it's kind of played up. But this one, you were in the jungle, in a quarry, like no one was out there. You're just like flying wherever you want.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. Got to go through some puddles and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I think those were cement puddles.
What do you mean?
I don't think it was just like mud. I think it was like cement or something.
Oh yeah, it looked like it used to be a quarry or something
Yeah.
like that. But
So it's pretty hard to get out.
yeah, and then we switched. Well, actually, I switched. I did the horseback riding, and then you just stayed on the ATV.
I stayed on the ATVs with some of the girls. Some of them didn't want to do the horses for their own reasons.
And the guy that he's like a legit cowboy. He's from the state of Yucatan.
Yeah.
And just was telling us about his life growing up, and he's what's it called, the lasso?
Yeah,
thing.
like the roping.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like a name, because it's like it's a lasso, but is there like a name
lasso
for
man.
the act of lassoing? Is it just called lassoing, or is there like
A lassoer.
yeah, or is it called like roping or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a roper.
But it was awesome. I got some good video of it. I'll post it up.
Really cool people, very cool, like just to, different backgrounds. The horses were gorgeous. The property was gorgeous. They were very hospitable and welcoming. And it was a really fun day. We really didn't know we knew what to expect, but we didn't know what to expect. It's
Right.
like ATVs and horses, but there's so much more, music and the roping and all the fun stuff. So
Yeah, so I guess if you're coming to the area and you're interested in doing this tour,
Yeah.
let me know and I can hook you up with these people because it was a lot of fun.
I did.
And they had, oh my God, they had these little donkeys there.
Yeah,
Well,
these little farm animals.
Well, they had a donkey and then like a baby donkey.
Yeah, little donkito.
Oh, my baby donkey.
What's donkey in Spanish?
Burro.
Oh, burro.
Yeah, like
Burrito.
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 Yeah,
That's what it is.
was a little burro.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's probably not. Well, no, there is a burro and a donkey different, or a mule and a donkey is what I'm thinking. Or those are the two different English ones, right?
Oh,
So I
okay.
think a mule is cross between a horse and a donkey.
Maybe,
I think it's like
yeah.
it's a hybrid.
Is that why I'm just kind of realizing? Because you know how we hear some people call Tiger burrito, but we thought it was perrito.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're calling him like a little donkey, like a little burrito.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, because it's another way for them to say he's fat because they usually call him gordo.
I know, gordito. But I think they mean cute, like pleasantly
Yeah,
plump.
I don't think they're saying it like maliciously because
And I would like to stick up for Tiger and say he lost weight. We went to the vet the other day and he was at 22 pounds and now he's at like 20 pounds.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
that's great. We're working on it.
But the donkeys, when we were out there, we were just kind of petting them and well, actually, no, we weren't petting them. We were going to pet them.
Yeah.
You put your hand out and you're like, I know they bite, but they're so cute. And you went to pet him and you were petting his nose and he was
Yep,
fine.
I did.
And then you put your hand down by his mouth for some reason and he goes,
Yeah.
and opens it up and tries to bite your fingers.
I wanted to touch his little whiskers. He had whiskies like Tiger, but yeah, he's a big chomper. So I was like, oh God.
Yeah. I just picture him. I was waiting for him to start talking like the donkey on Shrek. Or
Yeah,
something.
he looked like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's his name? Eddie Murphy.
Mhm. Oh yeah, that's right. But it was a good day, good day. But you were talking about Tiger weighing less when we took him to the vet. Yeah, so we took him to get his teeth cleaned for the first time in like a year and a half. I know. It's
We were very religious with his, cleanings and appointments and all his stuff. It was much easier in the States, but since he's been older, we're just a little scared to do certain things.
well, we had what is it, Banfield? We had their insurance, their like pet insurance at
Yeah.
Petco.
Yeah.
So we got a free cleaning like once a year
Once a
and his
year,
checkups and everything. So
X-rays.
we were pretty good about it. We got it done right before we came down here.
Yeah. And they usually remind you, like, hey.
Yeah, and they usually like pull a tooth or a couple because he has Tiger's a little pug if you don't know, so he has little tiny baby teeth.
Tiny little pugs have weird teeth. He's actually, knock on wood, but he's actually had really good luck with his teeth, even though he's had to have a couple pulled. But they grow, like pugs, the breed naturally just have weird kind of teeth. They can have multiple in the same row, and they'll grow on top of each other. And he has a couple like that are a little weird if you can look in his mouth, but they're so tiny.
Yeah, but our friend's dog in Florida, Brick, right?
Yeah. Brick Robinson,
Yeah.
rest in peace.
Yeah, he got his teeth cleaned. He was what, 6?
He was 6, a big beefy Frenchie.
Yeah, went to. Well, you tell. I don't really know the story.
He went in for regular teeth cleaning, dropped him off, and then my friend Sherry said that they called her and they wait a certain period before you can come pick up the dog because they need to make sure they come out of the anesthesia properly. And I guess he overheated and stopped breathing. That's what she told me that they said. So he passed away after his teeth cleaning.
Yeah, so just kind of a simple procedure that you don't think much of, but now that Tiger's almost 14 years old, we've been a little hesitant to get it done. I know you have been
Very hesitant.
Yeah. It's like we got to get his teeth cleaned.
I
She's like,
know.
and understandably you're concerned about, something happening, which it very well could, and
Yeah,
it concerned me too, but
his breed, his age, he's a flat nose,
yeah,
pup,
but you
so-
can also get different sicknesses or whatever from not cleaning their teeth, right? They can get like gum disease or something, and it can
Right.
create other
It can
problems.
affect his heart, his liver, just like us. He could.
So I was fighting to get his teeth cleaned,
Yes.
even though I know there's a risk, but I thought it would be worse for him not to have any teeth, because if you
Yeah.
go too long, they'd fucking tear all their teeth
All
out,
his little teeth.
and then they can't eat food as well. They're gonna get all that wet food.
Right.
So we were very hesitant, and also, if you don't know, Tiger has collapsing trachea, which is a thing with smaller breeds, and it's basically their
It's like the flat face breed. So like the Frenchies, the
Yeah,
pugs,
yeah.
stuff like that.
with their like bronchial something or other breeds.
Yeah. It's their trachea.
Yeah, trachea. Okay, so but it starts to narrow as they get older, and they start coughing, and it's eventually what will probably kill him,
collapse
unfortunately,
eventually.
and collapse. But so right now for months and months he had this cough, and we didn't really know what to do. We tried everything. We went to a bunch of different vets, and really the only thing that worked is they put him on prednisone for like a week, and it was like night and day. Like we were up every 15 minutes every night.
We were crying. Like what? Like we just thought this is it.
The only way we figured out how to get him to stop coughing is you have to hold him, like pick him up and hold him upright so his chest is vertical. So I don't know if it opens it up or what's it do, but he'll cough and then slowly start coughing less and less, and it slows, and then he goes.
Yeah, you're like, oh, there it is.
And he breathes out. So we were doing that every 15 minutes all night. Yeah, like we were not getting any sleep, whatever. So when they prescribed him this prednisone, it's like a fucking miracle. Like he stopped coughing, and he still coughs like occasionally, maybe a couple times a day rather than every 15 minutes. So we're like, this is a lifesaver. And so when we took it, and this was like maybe a month or two ago, I think, we took him in to get his teeth cleaned finally, and the vet says, "Oh, you're still giving him the prednisone?" And we're like,
yes.
I don't know what else to do.
We verified with other vets though. With our vet
well, it's not. I mean, if you know anything about the medication, I don't think you're supposed to be on it long term. But at this point, I mean, I'd rather have him be comfortable. And
the vet explained it can lead to liver and kidney issues, but he did just get tested, and his liver and kidneys are good. So, and if it's helping his cough, and we're kind of keeping it to a minimum, I think that's his best solution. Because if we just stop the prednisone, which I don't want to give him any medication, if it was my choice, I don't want to give him anything really. And we usually try more natural supplements and things for him first, and then we go to the medication. But he would just rip a hole in his throat because he just doesn't stop. It's like you think he's coughing and maybe he'll clear it up or something. Like he just keeps going until you pick him up or kind of like help him out a little bit. So that would have hurt him way sooner than the other way.
So if you have a dog with CT and you have any other like tips or tricks or remedies, please let us know, because we're really open to whatever. Just trying to figure it out. But he got his teeth cleaned. Oh, and this was the great thing. We were worried about, so I guess with the tube that they put down their throat, you can have, was it silicone or plastic or something?
They always say like ask for silicone. It's softer on there.
And that, since he has a throat problem, we've been very hesitant about bringing him in. So that was one of the reasons we were worried about it. When we went in, we asked him about it, and they don't even use that like here. Like in the States, that's what they use, the plastic tube, I guess. And that's kind of why we thought his throat started itch or like hurting or coughing or whatever.
Pretty sure that's what started it or made it.
Well, I mean, obviously he has this disease, so yeah, maybe it just progressed it or something, whatever. But they told us they use this new one, and it has like this kind of like jelly thing on it, and they put it at the back of his throat, and it like shoots the gas down his throat to like put him under.
Yeah.
So fuck yeah.
Really weird.
Yeah. So they did. I mean, a lot of people like to know how much things cost here. So usually when we take them to the vet, it's like $30 to $50 depending on what they're doing or whatever. But this one, they did the teeth cleaning, the anesthesia, the blood work, x-rays and medication, and I think it was about $250.
Yeah.
So not terrible, especially since we were paying for the pet insurance like $80 a month.
Yeah.
Saves
us quite a bit.
Yeah, so it saves some money not having to do that. So anyway, Tiger's teeth are great.
Yes, thank you, Sanimal veterinarian.
Mm-hmm.
They were amazing. That's just, they knew how panicked we were, and we've been there twice now, or that may be the third time, and they just always see it on our face, like, this is our baby, please.
Yes.
And they're so sweet. They're very nice doctors.
That was our last week, or what we've been doing last week or weekend. This actually, we don't have anybody coming in town for a couple weeks, so
sorry to say it, but thank God.
Yes.
We love seeing everybody. We miss our friends and family, and we love them coming, but we're tired. I get tired sometimes too.
I enjoy doing it, but
I know you do.
But yeah, it is nice to kind of be able to make our own decisions, because a lot of times I'll make like kind of an itinerary for people coming in. Yeah. It's like, oh, we're doing these things on this day. It's like this weekend we can do whatever we want. We can go to the beach, we can go to the pool, we can go to cenote, we can go to the island, do whatever. So it's open game.
I'm pretty excited.
All right, let's get to some listener questions.
Cool.
All right. The first one, this is from Andrew B. And he says, can you drink the water or eat the ice at restaurants in Mexico?
Good question.
Good question. That is a common question. I think I've probably mentioned some of this maybe on the BS podcast over the last year.
Okay.
But so there's the common misconception or the old wives' tale or whatever it is about Montezuma's revenge, and you can't drink the water in Mexico. You'll get diarrhea and, whatever, bacteria infection, all this shit. So at least in our city in Mexico, that is not really true.
Yeah, not the case.
All the water, I think the water company is Aguacon. I think that's what it is. But they filter all the water. So all the water that comes into every house, every hotel, restaurant, whatever, is all filtered. So you will not get like diarrhea from drinking it. Same thing with the ice. Any ice that's at a restaurant or in a bag or whatever, it's all purified, filtrated water.
They don't want to give you dirty ice. Why would they do that?
No, that makes no sense. Like, it's just, and at this point, it's kind of common sense. You're staying at a resort. They're not going to like give you dirty ice or water or whatever and have you get sick and not come back there. It's bad for business.
Exactly. It never hurts to ask. We used to, when we first started coming, for vacation or our honeymoon or whatever, we asked because they gave us glasses of water and we were like,
we didn't know. And that's in my experience when I was coming down here in the early 2000s, late 90s, you always had like water in your room, like water bottles and stuff. And that's what we do here. We have big jugs of water, but let me back up real quick. So, you could get sick if you are staying maybe in like an old house that is an Airbnb. So the issue is the water is filtrated and purified that's coming into your house. But if you, or apartment or hotel or whatever, but if you live in an older house where the pipes are older and they maybe haven't been cleaned in quite a long time,
right,
or they're just old pipes, they can get like plants or bacteria, junk that's growing into the pipes, and then your water's running through that. In that case, yes, I guess there's a chance that could happen. I don't know anyone that lives in a super old house, but that is a thing. So getting the diarrhea and that stuff, that's not going to be a problem here. The reason we do not drink our tap water, and we brush our teeth with it, we cook with it, shower obviously, is because from what we understand, there are a ton of minerals in the water table here. Because the bedrock is like limestone and some other things. It's very porous. There's not, which I never really thought of. Somebody was like, yeah, there's not any rivers in our area of Mexico.
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, that's true. It's because they're underground river. The cenotes, the holes that you see in the ground, those are going into the underground rivers. So all the rivers run underground here, basically. That also picks up a lot of minerals in the water. Right. So unless you were born here, and I guess your body is just acclimated to it, you can get kidney stones if you drink the water for an extended period of time. It's not like you drink it once and you're like, oh, there's a kidney stone.
Oh my God.
But for an extended period of time, apparently that can happen. You can get kidney stones just from all the minerals that would build up over time and your body's not processing.
And let's be clear, we're not promoting coming to Mexico and just drinking all the water, because there probably are, like you said, there's older areas, there's different areas that might not have the same water processing, whatever, but Playa del Carmen, they do. Our building is a newer building too, so the pipes should be okay. And
but I would still, like, if you're staying at the resort and they're giving you free bottles of water, drink the free bottles of water.
Yeah.
But if you don't have any water and you woke up hungover and you just need a big gulp of water or a glass of water, you're going to be fine drinking out of the faucet. Just don't do it if you have other options, but it's not going to kill you or make you sick or anything like that typically.
You know me, I'm a water snob. I wouldn't even drink it. That's probably what I was thinking of, Florida water. I don't drink Florida water. I don't drink the water here. I don't think I would even drink it in Atlanta much. We would a little bit. We had like a Brita filter there.
I'm a faucet guy. I grew up
I love the faucet.
in the Midwest.
I know. Well, we did too. Like in Ohio, the water's so cold, tastes so good.
Yeah. Florida definitely has the worst water.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it, but my mom's like a water snob, and she'd be like, it tastes like farts.
Yeah, it stinks. It's sulfur. It's that sulfur smell.
But like we had our neighbor that used to live here. They took their dog to the vet, and they've been here for years. They took their dog to the vet. Always fed their dog tap water. 36 kidney stones.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
a small dog like Tiger too. I'm like, why are you feeding her tap water?
Well, you probably didn't think, and a lot of people here are just like, oh, it's a dog.
True.
Their dog didn't grow up here, I guess, or whatever. So in general, the water and the ice is fine. But if you have another option, drink bottled water if you can. Yeah. And like I was saying, we have the big jugs. They call them garrafones here, which is basically like the Culligan water jugs.
Yeah.
And I think they're, what are they, like 20 liters, 5 gallons?
25 pesos.
Something like that. Yeah, and they're like 25 pesos, which is like a little over $1. So we get like 4 of them at a time. So we get like $4 and the water lasts us for a month.
Bottled water is cheaper here in Mexico. Bottled water is cheaper in Mexico than it is in the United States. And you can drink from the faucet in the United States. I mean, I guess local people might do that here too, but everyone survives on bottled water. That's all. There's delivery guys delivering water, you know, also it's all centered around that. So I just can't understand why. I'm glad it's cheaper here, but they need to lower it a little bit.
Yeah. All right. The next one is from Sheena K. And she says, what do you dislike the most about Mexico?
Oh.
What about you, Lex?
Well,
the first thing I would say is cash.
Yeah.
I hate cash. I hate having to carry it around. I hate having to go and get it out. Every time we get cash out, we have to, we pay a little bit of a fee for the exchange. Not everybody can take cash. Like if you go to the ATM, they can take cash, but they don't like to make change.
Yeah.
So
change is a big problem
here. You go to the ATM, it's going to give you normally 500 peso bills, which 500 pesos is around $25, $26.
Yeah.
And you go to the grocery store, they can't break it. You go to like a restaurant or whatever. Well, it's not that they can't break it. They don't want to.
They want to hold on to their change for some reason.
Yeah. They want to hang on to it because I think if they need change, they have to send somebody out to the bank, and the banks always have a line.
Always.
Whenever the bank is open, there's a line out the door of at least like 15, 20 people. And it's usually, I guess, because a lot of the locals here don't have ATM cards.
Yeah.
So they keep their money in the bank, but I don't know if they don't trust the ATM card or what it is, but they go to the bank, like especially Fridays and Mondays. Those are the busiest days. Like you will be in line for an hour or two.
I see them all the time.
So that's the only thing I can understand is maybe why they don't like to make change. Just because then they got to send an employee out. They got to sit in the bank line forever. But I went to McDonald's. I got like a burrito, a breakfast burrito, and like a sandwich. So it was like,
got a couple things.
It was in US. It was like $2, I think. I gave them the equivalent of a 10. So it was about 200 pesos. They wouldn't break it. They said, do you have any? They were like, sorry, we can't do it. It's like, what the fuck? So just having, or if you go to the grocery store, you have to tip the baggers, just like 5 pesos or something.
You don't have to, but you're supposed to.
You're supposed to, because
that's
another thing. I can't remember if we've talked about before, but at the grocery store, the baggers are old retired people. They're all just grandma and grandpas.
Elderly.
Yeah, whatever.
The senior citizens.
Yeah, and they don't make any money. It's just a volunteer job, and they work off of tips. So
which is so cute and amazing. It's like getting them out there. They're not stuck at home. They're talking to people, and you can tell they love it.
But you got, and also plastic bags are illegal here, so you have to bring your own bags. So when you go to the grocery store, you got to bring your own bags. And then often I don't remember to bring change because I'm not thinking about it. Because you can pay for things with your card at the grocery store. So I just feel bad when I go to check out and I don't have any little pesos for the old ladies and the little grandpas.
I feel like these are more like inconveniences than dislikes. But the cash thing is a big thing.
Yeah,
so
at the core of it, the having to deal with cash so much, that's what really aggravates me, because there's a lot of times that you're kind of fucked, or you got to go and buy things to get change and so on. So
I would say sidewalks, and it's not everywhere in Mexico, but for some reason in Playa or Quintana Roo, I don't know. Is it just Playa del Carmen?
Yeah, it's just Playa.
Sidewalks are jacked up, man. I've twisted my ankle. You've had buddies break their arms, different things. There's always one of our group of friends, you hear somebody like broke something or fell. There's just like holes in the sidewalk and trees growing out of them and trash or something like that. And they have a lot of sidewalks. So I don't understand why are there trees growing in the middle of the sidewalk, number one. Number two, like, why do you even have them if we're just like putting stuff on them, if they're for like storage almost or something?
Well, I think one of the difference, at least here, is, and I don't know this for sure, but I feel like the businesses are responsible for their sidewalk rather than like the city government, like the states. Because every block looks a little bit different. And so then the Playa used to be a fishing town, and it's just exploded over the years. So a lot of things are kind of band-aid together. They didn't start off like, okay, let's make all the sidewalks look uniform
Right.
or whatever.
And I'm sure the population grew faster than they could accommodate.
Yeah, so so there's some restaurants where the sidewalks just fucking jacked up in front of it, and
Yeah.
it's kind of annoying. But that's usually not in the like the real touristy areas. It's a little bit into like the local neighborhoods a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is super annoying
That's my only gripe so far.
And then the other thing, two other things I think I would say I dislike. Time schedules. People, I mean, it's like, if you ever bought weed before, it's drug dealer time. I mean, it's just like, we'll show up whenever the fuck we feel like it. So a lot of times if there's like a maintenance guy that's scheduled to come here to do whatever kind of fix or whatever it is, there's no time frame.
Yeah.
It won't be like, it'll be like, oh, he'll be there on Thursday.
Yeah.
But then he might show up Saturday.
Yeah.
At 9 a.m. or something. It's
We've
not
had
like
some really bad ones and some.
like the guy that they got to fix our sliding glass door. Our window had broke. This was like months ago, and they said they'd be here, and we had to pay for it ahead of time. And they said he'd be here like on a certain day, and he didn't show up for 3 days.
Yeah.
And
It's
just
like,
no
hello?
call, no show, nothing. But and it's the same. The other thing, like when they are coming on that day, they don't say when they're coming.
Yeah.
So it could be early in the morning, late at night. It's just whenever the fuck they feel like showing up.
It's called Mexico time.
Yeah.
And everybody has it and they just don't care. And it's not even like they're like, I don't care about my job or I don't want to make money or I want to inconvenience you. It's just, hey, I was coming, but then there was traffic or I got talking to a neighbor I haven't seen in forever or there's just always something. And a lot of our friends here say it's like Playa or like Playa del Carmen. It just takes you takes you wherever it wants it to. So I don't know. There's just always something going on. I feel like that's why they're late.
I just think they don't care because they have unlimited work. There's always construction
True.
going on somewhere. And so, hey, if I don't show up and this guy doesn't pay me, that's fine. I got 10 other people that need me to do something.
I will say too, we're very lucky. Our maintenance guy is always on time.
Yeah, he's super
amazing.
good.
Very nice.
Yeah, so those are probably my two big like dislikes, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot more positives than negatives.
Yeah,
I'd say.
definitely. And then let's see. That was a good question, Sheena. Last one's from Tim C. And he says, how has it been meeting people there? Is it hard?
Ooh, good question. Tim.
Yeah, it's really not. This is a very cool area where it's like we've been honest about it's touristy. So there's a lot of people coming in and out of here. People on vacation, people come from Europe that are going to stay for a month on holiday. And there's people that come and move here for like 6 months and then they go back to wherever they're from or move on to the next place. It is very easy to meet people here.
Yeah.
Extremely easy. One, because if people are either on vacation or living here, if they're living here, they're very outgoing.
Yeah.
Like you got to be a certain type of person to like pack up all your shit and move to another
A
country.
lot of like-minded.
Yeah,
folks
adventurous,
here. Yeah.
outgoing, fun, talkative people. So it's really not hard. We meet people all the time just walking Tiger down the street.
Yeah, walking the dog, going to get coffee, anything like with other friends, going to meet friends. We meet other friends. There's always, and I'd say like it's a great age group around here too. There's 20s to 60s, but there's like a core, like a bigger amount. I feel like of 20s and 30s here that kind of like mesh with our lifestyle.
Well, and there's the nightlife here for those types of people, but then also like the older people.
Yeah.
There's tons of retired people. They're just living off their pensions and they're just foodies. They have groups and they go around. These old people just go around to different restaurants and review them. They post them on this group. But that was another thing. Also, if you're not good at meeting people out, there's these Facebook groups for expats that the Facebook ones are a little more question and answer, but then there's another kind of groups that are on WhatsApp. So WhatsApp, if you don't know, it's a messaging app. It's kind of like a text messaging app, but everybody uses it outside the United States. Like the whole fucking planet uses it. I can check into my flight on it. I can order food on it. It's just everybody talks on it because I think it's run off of data rather than cell service. So if you're coming in from another country and you don't have the cell service from here, then it still works and you can still get a hold of people. It's just like an international one. You just have to have them saved in your phone as their country code first. But everybody uses it, and there are these meetup groups, and there's just hundreds of people in them, and people just all day post things that they're going to do, and like it'll either be, hey, we got a van, we're looking to go to a cenote. Anybody else want to go? We're going to split it, 8 ways. who's in, or hey, we're gonna go on the beach and do yoga at 7. You know, just show up and we'll be there. It's free.
There's a group for everything: yoga group, alcohol group,
Or-
taco group.
Or there'll be people that it's just like a single person, and they're like, hey, I just moved here by myself, trying to meet people. I'm gonna go have a drink at this bar. Anybody want to come along? And I'm like, dude, just fucking meet people at the bar. I don't know. It's weird. It's like some people I almost feel like are a little codependent. Like these groups are kind of crutches for people. I'm like, y'all are outgoing people. Just go out and meet people. You don't need to organize these like 900 person dinners, but whatever. That's their their thing.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to meet people here for sure. And you meet a lot of people, like a guy on an island that knows the owner of Sweetwater.
Yeah. We meet people from all over the place with different backgrounds. And I think that's the most exciting thing to like hear about, just even our friends that on the sailboat from the UK, like learning about he was a retired firefighter and like how they do taxes there and all that. And, we've learned a lot of stuff from our Canadian friends and just like all over.
And you've met a great group of girlfriends.
Yeah.
And through these meetup groups. Like you go to some of the dinners and stuff sometimes and the get-togethers and the girl groups
it
and
is
stuff.
a very international girl group. Everyone's from somewhere.
If you're a single guy, Playa is the place to be. There are so many single female travelers. Like this is like the female traveler spot or something.
I think Playa is going to be a women-run city soon enough. There's anytime I go out and walk Tiger, it's just all women. Every different shape and color and size, just everywhere. I won't see a guy for like a minute. So, and our whole building is almost women.
Even the government, our mayor is a female. Our governor is a female. It's a very like women centric area around here, at least.
Yeah, it's very very nice.
But yeah, so super easy to meet people.
Yeah,
a lot of really easy to meet douchebags too. But they'll hit on you on the street.
Yeah, you kind of weed through them or whatever, and guys will do
that. The only other thing I would say, kind of combining the last two questions, is a dislike and then meeting people is. There can be a lot of flaky people.
Yeah.
Especially because the people meet a ton of people and it's hard to keep like a small group of friends. And also because a lot of people, it's a very transient city.
Yeah.
People coming in and out.
Coming and going.
I'm here for a couple weeks. I'm here for a month. I'm here for a few days. So it's kind of sad when you do meet a good group of friends. Yeah. A lot of times there's some people that are constantly going to like goodbye dinners, like because they're traveling on to the next country or the next city.
We've had some good friends that have left. We wish they could stay here forever, but they didn't. So, But yeah, you can meet tons of people here, but it's knowing what, you have the luxury of knowing what quality of person you want to be friends with, and you look for the same, or maybe not the same type of person, but you know what I mean. Like good quality people to be friends with.
Yeah. There's a variety, so you can pick and choose. That's the greatest thing about moving, not just out of the country, but out of your hometown, is you can pick your friends. It's not like you grew up in the vicinity of them, so you're automatically friends, even if you have nothing in common. It's like there's people that we've became friends with and then realized they weren't the greatest friends. Yeah. Or it was like a little one-sided. So then
it's almost forced.
Like, so you can kind of like distance yourself and be like, not my cup of tea. I'm gonna switch to these friends.
We're not my cup of tea anymore. We all grow and we change.
But there's plenty of people to meet down here for sure.
Yes.
All right, so let's get to the Mexican slang of the day. You ready, Lex?
Woohoo, I'm ready. Let's do it.
The Mexican slang of the day is brought to you by Inspect All Pest Services. Inspect All Pest Services provides high-quality termite, pest, and wildlife control. But that's not all they do. Inspect All can take care of your insulation, pressure washing, gutter maintenance, and other home services in Metro Atlanta and the surrounding area. Don't forget to mention the BS, and you get 10% off. You can reach Inspect All at 770-483-2420. That's 770-483-2420. All right, Lex, you ready for the word?
Ready.
Today's word is Cheeto. Cheeto.
Oh, like a Cheeto? Chips?
No, or Cheetah.
Oh,
or that too. Yeah, it's spelled Chido.
Oh, okay.
And Mexicans love to use the word Cheeto to describe something cool or something with like good vibes. So it can be used with like people, situations, things, things like that.
I haven't heard that one yet.
So you could use it like Está bien, chido, ese regalo, gracias, güey, which means that gift is really cool. Thanks, man. So yeah, I think you can just say chido.
I like that.
Chido. Yeah, chido.
Okay.
I like it.
That was a good one.
Yeah, yep. So, well, that's it for this week. I'm sure we'll have some great stories for next week of our relaxing weekend.
So excited. There's no relaxing with you. You have like natural caffeine running through your blood or something.
I'm already planning a trip. I want to go somewhere. I want to go do something.
As soon as you ask me, what do you want to do this weekend, babe? I'm like, what are you scheming? What are you thinking of? What are you planning?
I'm like, that's me testing the waters and trying to feel you out. How do I pitch this to her?
Yeah, how adventurous
Let's do something
feeling
fun
today.
All right, before we get out of here, you got anything?
Always have a sneaky pocket in your bag.
Oh, that's good advice. That's good advice. All right, well, thanks for listening. We will talk to you next week, and happy Friday, fuckers.
Happy Friday, fuckies.
Get off my lawn. It's old man Kevin, and the BS is done for right now.
Please share, like, and support podcastthebs.com.
Now, get out of here.